How do I get a scholarship to acquire a master's degree in psychology in the US? It is the same process that any other person that is going to get master's degree on scholarship is going to go through. You're going to apply to a school, you're going to get the scholarship, you're going to travel, right? Whoa! So today we are going to be doing study abroad question and answers with Dr. Linda. Yes! There are lots of people that want to relocate abroad, and most times there are lots of questions that go unanswered. But the essence of this session is to see the people I can answer their questions today as much as possible. I also have some other questions that my team has prepared for me, so I can answer those, but my greatest joy will be to answer your question now that you are on this session. If you're watching this as a replay, if you're watching this as a replay, that's fine. All you just have to do is listen to the questions other people have been asking, and we'll take it up from there. So this person wrote us and said, "Hello, Dr. Linda. Most times, the reason a spouse will say no is how will they start over again? Will they have to quit their job for uncertainty over there, that's in developed countries? Will they find a job easily, especially if the wife is the only one studying?" Okay, so you can imagine that this person is having challenge convincing their spouse for them to relocate abroad, right? Because, you know, for you to relocate abroad with your spouse, if you're married, only one of you really needs to study. It doesn't, both of you can study if you want. Both of you can study, but the requirement is that one of you get admission and then the rest can go with you, you know. So true, there are lots of people that feel like, hey, what am I going to do? Am I going to start afresh? And I must tell you that your worry is very valid, because a lot of people come abroad and they have to start all over again, okay? But I want you to also not think of only yourself, but to think of your family since you are married. Why am I saying that? You have kids that are coming up. Where are they going to grow up? How are you empowering them for the challenges of this world? You know, you are afraid of starting afresh, which is okay. You're not really going to be starting afresh, that's the truth, because you already have skills, you have degrees that you can bring to abroad or to developed countries, and you can take it up from there. Also, if you feel like you're going to be studying, maybe only you will be studying, your spouse is worried, your spouse can also get their own admission. That way both of you get to study, if that is what they desire, right? But should they be coming, don't forget that you can still, like, spouses are eligible to work, right? Spouses of students are eligible to work. So it's not as if you're just going to sit like this at home all day. But the most important thing I want you to think about, if you're worried about this, is you think about your kid or your kids, right? Your child or your children, depending on how many that you have. What the steps you're going to be taking now is going to forever position them better in life, all right? Now, I will tell you a story of, there was a woman, she was trying to get her husband to, for them to do this study abroad thing. The husband kept saying no, because the husband had this job that was reliable and everything, you know. So a few months down the line, then she came to me, she said, now my husband has agreed. I said, what happened? He said he was sacked. So the husband waited for him to be sacked before he now told the wife, now you can go ahead with this study abroad thing. So that job you are holding on to, that is stopping you from making decisions that will favor your family for life, right? Remember that you can be sacked from that job. And you know the worst part? If you wait to be sacked before you take a decision, before you prepare yourself, it will sort of be late, right? Because preparing to relocate abroad and the whole process takes 6 to 12 months if you're going through the study abroad route with Vantage Migration, right? It takes 6 to 12 months. Now you waited to be sacked before you start the process. That's not the right thing to do. Make hay while the sun shine. Now that you are still working, now that salary is still coming in, that's the best time to relocate abroad. That's because why? You still have enough money to pay for all the expenses you can do or that you will make, e.g. your flight. Even if you have gotten full scholarship, right? Still have to pay for your flight. You may have to pay for your visa application or admission application and the rest. So if you wait till you get sacked before you get started, it's going to be problematic, because how will you fund those things? So that means you have started late. Don't do that. All right, so let's look at other questions that people have and take them off from there. So this question says, hello Dr. Linda, do I have a chance to study MBA abroad with a CGPA of 2.43? Yes, I have even seen people who had lower CGPA. Maybe I have seen somebody that had a third class and they were able to get MBA admission. I've seen people who had 2.2 or second class lower or lower credits, and they were still able to get MBA admission. I've seen people who had second class upper or 2.1 and they were still able to get MBA admission. I've seen people who had first class and they want to go for MBA and they got admission. So your grade is not as important as you knowing what the schools abroad are looking for and how to give it to them. If you have attended our free webinar, you probably would have heard us say that your grade is just about 30% of the whole matter. If you have not, please go to www. vibration.ca. All right, attend our free webinar so that you actually understand how this whole study abroad thing works. All right, so do that. That is the best thing for you to do. Let's look at the next question. Okay, the next question that I have here said, hello Dr. Linda, please, how can a medical lab scientist switch to medicine abroad? Okay, I'll tell you the easiest way for you to do that. All right, before then, let me tell you what is the problem with you staying in your home country and wanting to do medicine abroad. It's not that it's not possible. It is. You can apply, provided you're a med lab scientist, which means you already have a bachelor's degree, right? So you can apply for medicine in developed countries like Canada, US, UK, and the case. You can even get admitted. But the challenge is that most times, it doesn't mean it's impossible to get scholarship, but most times, medical school is not funded, which means that you either have to pay from pocket or you have to get loan. Now, the challenge is that the loan that is associated with medical school program is so large. You may be taking out 50,000 to 100,000 a year, and you're going to be taking it out for 4 years. This is $200,000 to $400,000. Which organization will give it to you? Now, most times banks and all that can give it to people who have permanent residency or citizenship, right? But for international students, getting that amount of money for that length of time, it is like passing through the eye of a needle. A camel passing through the eye of a needle. So the problem is that you're going to spend so long getting admission and eventually you won't travel. Even when you have gotten the loan, let's assume you get a loan that will cover all of this. Embassy will say that you are taking too much loan if as an international student. So most times your visa will still be denied. Again, I'm talking about this, bearing in mind my audience, people who want to relocate abroad on scholarship or study loan. All right? If you have the capacity to pay $75,000 to $100,000 a year for 4 years out of pocket, then your situation is different. Okay, you can apply for school and you can pay for it. The situation is different. So this is why I don't advise people to start looking to go to medical school from their home country. Instead, I advise you to apply for a master's, a relevant master's, like say master's in public health or master's in applied medicine or something, you know, master's in a health area, so that it's going to become advantageous for you for your medical school application. All right, so you apply for a master's, and with that master's you can study, you can stay, but you can become a permanent resident. then you can apply for med school. And that time you are going to be able to get the funding because you're already a permanent resident. So it's not just for you to say, I want to do med school, I want to go to med school. You know, wishful thinking is not going to solve the problem. Ability, problem solving skills is what you need. Part of it is asking yourself, what is possible? What can you do? How can you achieve it? Not just, I have to go to med school, if not med school, nothing else. But you can stay in that mindset for years and nothing will change. All right? So, you have a bachelor's degree, you want to do medicine abroad, start with a master's. In fact, your master's can be fully funded. Even if it's not fully funded, you can get a loan for the master's because the loan is smaller. You can get a loan for the master's. So, that is the pathway I would advise you to go through. All right? Let's look at the next question. Next question is, hello, Dr. Linda. How can you be consulted concerning Canadian school scholarships? Start by attending our free study abroad webinar. After that, during the webinar, you will see how to check for your eligibility. After that, you will be shown our email address, which you can use to contact us with any question or concerns that you have, and we'll take it up from there. That is the process. It's a 3-step process. You complete the free webinar, you check your eligibility, then you contact us. All right? I'm going to show you the webinar link. The webinar link is www.vantagemigration.ca. Complete the webinar today. That is the best way. If you keep saying, how will I contact you, how will I contact you, without following these steps, that means you are not serious, which I believe you are serious. So don't fall my hand. You are serious, right? Okay, let's look at the next question. How do I get a scholarship to acquire a master's degree in psychology in the US? It is the same process that any other person that is going to get master's degree on scholarship is going to go through. You're going to apply to a school, you're going to get the scholarship, you're going to travel, right? Like nothing new. How do you get started? Start by attending our free study abroad webinar, right? Go to www.vantagemigration.ca. And as I'm saying this, I'm saying it for every person who has that same question of how do I get a scholarship? We have a free webinar for you. So this is the right place to start. Go to www.vantagemigration.ca. All right, let's look at the next question. That is unrelated to the one that I've said. Please, is it possible to change my school when I get to Canada? I hope it won't affect my PR process. You can change your school. Once you change your school, you have to inform the embassy. So it's not that embassy will insist that you must remain in the same school. If you have reasons to change your school for whatever reason that may be, you can change your school, but ensure that you inform the embassy once you change your school. All right, that's all you need to do. Let's look at the next question. Someone say, kindly take us through the process of studying abroad. I think I've already told you about the free study abroad webinar. Go to www.vantagemigration.ca, complete the webinar, check your eligibility, and send us an email with any other question that has not been answered. All right, I will take it up from there. All right, let's look at the next question. So this person said, if I gain admission and scholarship to study a 1-year MA in Canada, can my husband go along with me? Yes. Your husband can go along with you. Whether you are studying a PGD, postgraduate diploma, whether you are studying a master's, whether you are studying PhD, your husband can go with you. Or according to the question that the person asked, right? Your husband can go with you, yes. Your children can go with you as well, if you have any. All right, let's look at more questions. Somebody said, I heard the government is about to reduce international students. Okay, this is what you heard. What are you going to do about it? How does this affect you from doing your application? Or you just, because I think that people who ask this kind of question most times, they are not serious in life. They're always gallivanting around. I heard that. What are you doing? That's the question. Not what you heard. How does what you heard affect you? People prefer rumors than taking action. So, let's look. Someone has this question that says, what is the possible budget to plan for study abroad program? There is no possible budget. I don't have any to give to you. And this is why. Most students who go through Vantage Migration get their funding from different places. Most times they are getting full scholarship. Sometimes they are getting partial scholarship and they are completing it with loan. Sometimes they are getting partial scholarship and they are completing it with their own money. Sometimes they are getting no scholarship and they are taking study loan to study. So, if this is the case, I can't start telling you a budget that you have to go and save for. Because why are you saving for it? When our role is to show you how to get the money, how to fund it without paying from pockets. Do you understand? This is what we do. We show you how to get funding. So I can't tell you go and budget for this, go and budget for that. Because it's going to be different for different students. All our students don't go to the same school, don't go for the same course. And whether it is even inside the same school, different courses cost different amounts. In fact, sometimes dramatically different, that somebody can be paying $4,000 and another person is paying $60,000. Is that huge? So anybody giving you a budget, except maybe if you are looking for agency service, right? That way now the people already know the school to get for you and how much you are going to pay, and you're not looking for scholarship. Then they can tell you how much you need to save for. But for us, it's a different situation. All right, I hope you understand my explanation. All right, let's look at the other question. Someone say, how can I move from Canada? How can I move to Canada from UK? I got my master's degree in UK. The easiest way you can do that is to get another program in Canada, and then you can move. The same way you move from your country to UK, you can move from UK to Canada. All right? Yeah, we can work with you. Start by going to www.vantagemigration.ca. All right? It is the same process. Whether you are moving from Nigeria to Canada, from UK to Canada, from Nigeria to UK, it's the same process. The principles are the same. All right? So that's what you should do. Go to www.vantagemigration.ca, complete the webinar, check your eligibility, and then, all right, send us an email. We'll take it up from there. Let's look at more questions. Somebody is saying, this person said, if you are doing well in Nigeria, is it advisable to relocate abroad? If you are doing well, do you want to relocate? It is for you to, the answer is personal. Nobody can answer it for you. Like, which mouth do I want to use to tell you that if you are doing well, relocate? It is you that we know whether you want to relocate or not. Do you get? If where you are is okay, you are enjoying your life, why do you want to leave? Right? But just the question is, you say if you are doing well, what does doing well mean? What is your definition of doing well? Everybody's definition of doing well is different. Do you get? So, sorry, this is not a question Dr. Linda can answer for you. Search your heart and go. All right? And decide on what you want to do. If you decide to relocate, then we can help you. We don't force you to relocate. We help people who want to relocate to achieve it through the study abroad route. We help people who want to study abroad to achieve it on funding, right? Scholarship, study loan. This is what we do. We don't come and convince you to live your beautiful life as you have described. But just be sure that your definition of beautiful is a standard definition of beautiful, because some people they'll be suffering and crying. Like if they can even wake up and smell fresh air, they'll feel like, I've made it. Your definition of beautiful, I hope it is a standard definition of beautiful, okay? That's all I can tell you. Let's see. This person is saying, how can I get full scholarship? I'm a Rwandan and I don't have money. So what you can do is start by going to www.vantagemigration.ca, complete our free study abroad webinar, and then you're going to understand how to get scholarship, how to get study loan, and how to go about it. Okay, that's the best thing to do. Let's look for more questions. I think people wanting to join the live session. Let's see if we can bring Messi or that want your questions to be answered. Ask your questions so that I can answer them for you. I have another question here that says, does someone have to do master's program or a degree? Because I'm interested. I have done a diploma in purchasing and supply management. Kindly advise. This person has a diploma. So if you have diploma, you can go for advanced diploma. You can also go for bachelor's degree. All right? You can't have diploma and jump to master's. That's not how it works. You can't have diploma and jump to masters. If you have diploma, you can go for advanced diploma. You can go for bachelor's degree. That's what you can do. I have the next question here. This person said, I have OND and I want to further my education abroad. What kind of program will be suitable for me? Yeah, OND is the same thing as diploma. OND is the same thing as diploma. So if you have a diploma or you have OND, as you can better understand, the next best thing for you to do is to do advanced diploma or to do a bachelor's degree. These are your options. Okay. Somebody said, master's degree or diploma course, which one is worth it for a bachelor's holder? First of all, a bachelor's holder, you can't be going for a diploma course. It seems you don't know. You can't be going for a diploma course. Your visa will be denied. All right? When you join Vantage Migration, you understand why. And the kind of program you can apply for that will enable you to get visa. It's not all programs that will enable you to get visa. You have to know that. So Advantage Migration will teach you how to get your programs of best fit, which include programs that will enable you to get visa, programs that best align with you, programs that will help you so that when you reach here, right, when you go to any of the developed countries, you will find it easier to get a job. So these are some of the things to consider. Please, if this is your situation, go to www.vantagemigration.ca, all right, and take it up from there. All right, let's go to the next question. How do Liberians benefit from your program? Yeah, we work with people from different countries, provided you can hear and speak English, right? So if you're from an English-speaking country, we work with you. Whether you are from Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, Rwanda, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Uganda, South Africa, Jamaica, whatever country you are from, provided you can speak English and you can understand English, we work with you. So don't believe that our program is just for a specific set of people. I'm originally from Nigeria. Some people, they will be like, are you I'm originally from Nigeria. I'm a Canadian citizen now too. But some people, they'll be like, is this your program only for only for Nigerians? No, we work with you irrespective of your country. All right. So let's find out. What country are you watching me from right now? What country are you watching me from right now? Can you tell me? Because I know that we usually have people from different countries. We have people from different countries. So provided you can speak English, that's it. And the reason, somebody may say, do you have problem with French speakers? No, we don't. It's just that myself and my staff, we are not proficient in speaking French. That's just why. We have Nani from Uganda. Thank you so much. We have Gordon from Rwanda. Thank you so much. We have Alexia from Rwanda. Thank you so much. We have okay, this is from Kigali, Rwanda as well. Thank you so much. All right. So there are lots of people from different countries. You are welcome. Provided you speak English, that is all you need. So somebody said, can you work with someone from Mali? He's a native French speaker, but he understands little English. As I mentioned, we operate in English. So if you can hear what I'm saying right now and you can understand it without the help of an interpreter, you can understand it very well without the help of an interpreter, you don't have a problem. And if you're a French speaker, all right, maybe you did your bachelor's degree in French and you are going to any of these English-speaking developed countries, all right, you may need to write an English exam. That's one. Or you can go to the French part of Canada, for example. I have a lot of French speakers. They go to France, they go to Quebec in Canada, and you know the sweet part. If you speak French and you decide to apply to schools in Quebec, the French-speaking part of Canada, you pay the same fees as local students, and you can also get full scholarship as well. So you have an advantage there. I'm just trying to explain to you that our program, our training is going to be in English. So you have to be able to understand us fluently for you to join our program. If not, you'll be frustrated, right? So it's not that I have anything against French speakers. If anything, it is about our own limitation as facilitators, as consultants, right? To speak French fluently for you. Let's look at another question. Says, do PhD or another master's? Do PhD or another master's. Which one is easiest to get visa? Both of them as easy as equal. But the question is, which one is the right one for you? This is one of the things we will help you, we'll walk you through if you join Vantage Migration. Start by attending our free webinar today. That's the best thing for you. Start by attending our free webinar today by going to www.vantagemigration.ca. All right? Complete the webinar, check your eligibility, email us with any other question you have. Whether to do PhD or to do masters, the answer is not going to be the same for everybody. The answer is not going to be the same for everybody. And you can find full scholarship for PhD, you can find full scholarship for masters, you can find study loan for PhD, you can find study loan for masters. So the real thing is which is the best for you based on everything that you have been doing so far. Your degree, your job, what you want in life, right? So it's not a one-size-fits-all answer. I hope you take the direction by going to start with our free webinar, check your eligibility, and send us an email to take it up from there, all right? Let's look at more questions. This question says, can someone secure scholarship with third class? Yes, you can. There have been people who had third class and they got scholarship. Now, I must tell you, sometimes it is not full scholarship. In fact, I'll say most times it is not full scholarship. So they either have to combine multiple scholarships, or they will combine scholarship and study loan, or they will just go for study loan, right? The cocoa is, as someone that has third class, can you get funding? Can you relocate abroad without paying from pocket? Yes. It may not be full scholarship, all right? But you can certainly get some scholarship. You can certainly get multiple scholarships and combine them. You can certainly combine scholarship and study loan. You can even combine scholarship and your own money, or your own money and study loan. There are options. There are options. Okay, let's look at the next question. This person said, hi doc, how can I acquire a scholarship to study in the US? I'm a senior high school graduate. Oh, we don't do, wait, senior high school graduate living in Ghana. We don't do scholarship for undergraduates. If you're an undergraduate and you have the money to pay for your school fees and living expenses, consider using our agency services by going to www.vantageagency.ca. If you're an undergraduate, you want to go for an undergraduate program, all right? And you have the money to pay for your school fees and your living expenses, consider using our agency services by going to www.vantageagency.ca. Why? Because as our training, our scholarship training is for graduates. So if you're an undergraduate, it won't benefit you. You can use our agency services. But remember, our agency services is for people who have the money to pay their living expenses and their school fees. Keep that in mind. All right? Let's look at to see other questions. Somebody said 1 year master's course or 2 years master's duration. Which one is the best? Both of them are good. It all depends on where you are going, what you are studying, the kind of programs available. Both of them are okay. All right? Let's look at more questions. More questions. Let's see. Okay, this person is asking, please, how can I and my husband relocate to Canada? You can do that through the study abroad route. Either you or your husband, the most enthusiastic one, will get the admission and the other person can follow as a dependent. And the spouses of students are given open work permits in Canada, meaning you can work full-time for any employer. So it is beautiful. You should take advantage of it. All right? That's how to relocate to Canada as a couple. You can do that through the study abroad route. Of course, you know that here on my page, we talk about study abroad and all that, right? Are there other ways that you can achieve what you're looking for? Yes, but you probably won't get that answer on this page, right? Okay, so start by going to www.vantagemigration.ca, complete our free webinar, check your eligibility, and send us an email. Those are the 3 steps you need to take. All right? Let's see. What are the questions that you have? Let's see more questions. Please drop your questions. This person is asking, please, can I get PhD admission in Canada, graduated with first degree, put the CGPA there, second degree? You can get full scholarship. You can, okay? You can. Most PhDs are funded, meaning they are on full scholarship. In fact, I specifically advise people not to go for PhD where they are going to be paying for themselves, because PhD is like 4 years. Why do you want to spend 4 years paying? That means you're going to exhaust your savings. Is that wise? If it's master's 1 or 2 years and you want to pay for yourself, that's fine. But for PhD, go for funded PhDs, and most PhDs are funded. So why will you leave the full scholarship PhDs and go for the one you pay for yourself? Right? So some people will say, hey, I have the money, I can pay. I can tell you that most of the people that say that, after first 2 years, they are exhausted, because you are paying school fees, you are paying living expenses, and you're a full-time student for 4 years. Think about it. As an adult, and most times you have a family already. The question is, how much is your savings? Even if you have a lot of savings, do you want to deplete your savings like that? Right? Why not get funded, since most PhDs are funded? You can get scholarship. All right? Let's see. More questions. Somebody said, can I contact Vantage Migration after securing admission in Canada? But the question is, why will you be contacting us? Complete your questions by telling us why you'll be contacting us and why you want to first go and get admission and then contact us. If you need us, why are you not starting with us? But give me the full story. Why do you want to first go and get admission and contact Vantage Migration? Please, can you tell me the full story? All right, let's look at more questions. We have other questions from here as well. This person said, what about someone that went to school of nursing? What is the fate of the person in your program? If you went to school of nursing, you probably have a diploma degree. Sorry, you probably have a diploma, right? Our training for scholarship is for graduates. That means we deal with nurses that have bachelor's degree. So if you're a nurse, you have money to pay your school fees and your living expenses. You can take advantage of our agency services by going to www.vantageagency.ca. Right? You have money to pay your school fees and living expenses, because as a nurse with diploma as your highest level of education, you are going to go for advanced diploma or bachelor's degree. None of this is covered under our scholarship training. All right, so you can take advantage of the agency services if you have the money to pay for your school fees and living expenses. Underline, if you don't have the money, no need to go to the agency. We can't help you there. All right, if you have the money, sure. Even if you're a graduate, all right, you're a graduate or you're a family, you have the money to pay for your school fees and living expenses abroad. You don't want to go through training. You are not looking for scholarship. You are not looking for study loan. Take advantage of our agency services. Go to www.vantageagency.ca, and the agency team will help you get admission, get your visa, process everything, and you relocate. And we even offer money back guarantee. Terms and conditions apply. We offer money back guarantee for this service. For our agency services, we offer money back guarantee. So you don't have anything to lose. And it's not money back guarantee with mouth. Money back guarantee that is signed on paper. So you don't have anything to fear. Right? Let's see more questions. Ask more questions. Ask more questions. Ask more questions. What are your questions? Let's see. What are the questions people are asking? One moment. I'm trying to find the right question. Okay. I have not seen any question that I should attack. Okay. I hope this helps. I hope this helps. All right. Please, if you're watching this on my page or channel, do well to go through other videos. We have lots of awesome videos like this where we're either addressing a topic and answering questions at the end, or we start addressing questions from the beginning. And people are asking lots of questions, and we're providing lots of in-depth answers to them that will help clarify most of the questions that you have. Go through our page, look at other videos that we have, and take it up from there. Above all, I'm inviting you to complete this webinar by going to www.vantagemigration.ca. When you complete the webinar, check your eligibility. You must check your eligibility, whether you believe you're eligible or not. If you don't check your eligibility, you won't know all the other things that you are going to be eligible for, that we also have for you. Check your eligibility. If you have completed the webinar before, check your eligibility. What did I say? Check your eligibility. What did I say again? Check your eligibility. Did you hear it? Check your eligibility. After that, send us an email with any question or concern that you have. You will be shocked. We will probably have a solution for your challenge. You'll be shocked. And if we don't have a solution for it, then you know we don't have a solution for it. Right? Don't stay alone. Contact us. Do you know that many people will charge you for you to even attend a webinar, or for you to consult them? Do you know many people will charge you for that? And here we are offering it for free, and yet some people are not taking advantage of it. Don't be like them. People who don't appreciate free things until they ask them to pay for it. Then they say, how much? The free one, have you completed it? Did you check? Did you follow the directions? Did you check your eligibility? Did you email us? Those are the things I want you to do today, all right? Take good care of yourself till I see you again.